So the next review strategy we're going to speak about is actual review inserts. And more importantly than that, some really creative and compelling ways that you can actually make review inserts work in terms of generating more review velocity and more review volume. So the purpose of this video is really just to break down and understand the review insert strategies and graphics we have used to get customer info and increase our review rates. I should note that Amazon has increasingly shown that they do not like any review manipulation or driving customers off of their platform. So use these strategies at your own risk assessment. Things like warranty, install instructions, like more customer experience oriented insert messages are usually lower risk versus if you're doing hard value, discount codes or gift cards are certainly offering or incenting money for reviews. That's a hard no. But just know that anytime you're kind of putting an insert that's driving somebody off the Amazon platform, there is some inherent risk there, and it's something that Amazon takes seriously. More so, I've seen people really get into trouble if they actually incentivize reviews. Like, hey, if you leave a review, send it to us and we'll give you a gift card. That's what really got a lot of the Chinese sellers banned. That's the more explicit, like hard no that you know that you're basically going to have a permanent ban. The kind of stuff that we're talking about, I think, is relatively low risk, but it's not no risk. So I just want to call that out. You want to kind of make your own assessment within your own business, because this is not necessarily letter of the law terms of service compliance stuff. I should also mention that just leaving a standard review insert not going to work very well. I see a lot of people that just put in a review insert and just say, hey, we're a small business. We hope that you'll leave us some feedback. Here's a 10% off coupon code. That stuff everybody sees. Every single product has an insert that's as boring like that. Will it work a little bit? Yeah, I'm sure it will, but it's typically not going to be worth your time. So what we want to do is we want to sculpt these really interesting, these really unique, compelling offers that are worth a customer actually taking that paper and either typing in a URL or scanning a QR code. That's a friction point. It's not, most people don't want to do that unless there's a compelling, interesting reason to do that. So we want to create those compelling, interesting experiences that are worth taking action on. And a big way that we do that is trying to invoke emotion, kind of using our archetypes language and knowing what they care about, what they like, how they speak. That's why that part of this process of product development is so important. We want to tap into that with these inserts, and that's going to dramatically improve the chances of somebody actually reaching back out to us and actually taking action on these offers. We can then take that information and really use it in a compelling way for our business to help generate reviews and also to have access to customer information for future launches and other strategies. So I'm just going to start going through a bunch of the ones that we've actually used here that have been effective. We've done these in Canva, so you'll have access to these templates in the links down below this video, so you can customize these on your own, change the font, whatever. But they're all ready-made, ready to rock and roll. You just have to get them made and inserted in your product. So the first one that we use is what I like to call a discount code using a reverse product label. What I like about this is this could be the front of your package, or maybe it's a label and then it's wrapped around your package. Amazon's never going to open up your package. Typically, they're not going to like break the seal to check anything. From their perspective, all they would see is basically a standard kind of product branding for the product. But when a customer opens this up on the back side, we basically leave this kind of promotional insert like message here. So we've got kind of our standard kind of birdie push cart thing here. And then when they flip it over on the back, this is what it says. It says, I've been waiting my whole cart life to be opened, and I think I know just how to say thanks. Head to the link below for a 25% discount code. Expires in 1 month. The promised land is on the other side of the link below. And then we also have started to really incorporate QR codes. I was never really a big fan of QR codes before COVID, but I think that it's become a massive part of how people use it. Most people kind of understand how to use it now. So we've started to incorporate QR codes. And then we just call it instructions, right? Basically right here. So scan with your phone's camera to enter if you don't like typing. So it's super simple, but again, it kind of plays on emotions. It's a little bit more different than what people are usually used to seeing. It's got some personality. It's almost like the package is speaking to the customer. So we've used this quite effectively, and you can kind of mix up obviously what this offer is here, but generally speaking, a discount code is a solid way to do it. I generally like to have a minimum of a 15% off discount code. Ideally north of 20%, just so it's enticing. I think your standard 10% coupon code isn't super compelling anymore, enough for people to kind of take action and go through this stuff. But that's kind of what we use, is typically the 20 to 25% discount code. So that's the discount code reverse product label. If you want just a standard insert with a simple discount message, here's another example. This could literally just be a card in the product. So we have here just the logo and then the URL. here at the top. And then it says this. This could be just the beginning. Want 30% off your next purchase? I'm guessing you do. The promised land is on the other side of the link below. And then again, we've got the scan with your camera to get the QR code. So again, it's a compelling discount code, and it's set in, I would say, a unique way that doesn't sound like a corporate company. It's a little bit more fun and irreverent than that. The next is an install video. I think this is really a key one, especially if you've got a product that's a little bit more complex. Having like a simple video that goes through exactly how to use the product, not only does it reduce return rates, it reduces negative reviews, but it's an easy way to get someone's information quickly and easily without even having to give up anything of value or really operationalize anything. So this one here, you can just see logo, Birdie Golf Cart install, 1 and 2 minute install video. And then again, let's have some fun with this, right? Let's play on the archetype. Don't worry, we won't tell anyone you needed instructions. I think there's this like ongoing joke with dudes, especially that, you never look at the instruction manual. So we're kind of playing on that, having fun with this a little bit. And that might even be enough to get somebody to be like, even if I don't need instructions, that might be kind of funny to check out this video. And then again, you can scan the QR code and then that would take them off to give them access to the video. The next is a VIP promotion. So something that we've tested is actually having VIP groups. So once somebody's purchased from us once, kind of onboarding them into this VIP platform where they get really exclusive perks by being a member. So again, playing on the customer archetype with this headline message, like an unlimited supply of mulligans. So a mulligan is basically if you hit a really crappy golf shot, it's against the rules, but sometimes people will give you like one mulligan around where you're like, okay, I'm going to do a redo on that shot. So we're basically playing on that mentality. Like, what if you had an unlimited amount of redo shots in golf? That would be badass. So we're tapping into the customer archetype with that. And then underneath, we're just explaining what it is. No spam, no BS, just ridiculous discounts and monthly giveaways. Again, this is kind of language that our customer archetype would resonate with. And then again, we've got this join our VIP list by scanning the QR code there. So that's an example of a VIP program. The other thing that could be really interesting is I've seen these things kind of looking on Alibaba. They're basically metal business cards, which cost about 30 cents a pop if you get them done in bulk. So one strategy here, let's say that we're making 500 of these golf carts initially. For 30 cents more on a product that's more high ticket, and maybe we actually hang this on the actual card or something itself, having that metal card, like that's kind of cool. And it really does make it seem like it's a VIP style program. So why not get some of these metal cards made up for 30 cents a pop? We could have our branding on here and we could have a way for them to actually access that VIP perk. And it's not just a cheap business card, it's actually a metal card which has a premium vibe to it. It makes it seem like it's compelling and worth checking out. So that's a very simple, inexpensive way to actually do a riff on this VIP strategy if you wanted to do something like that. Again, think creatively. Another one is a simple warranty extension. Again, it doesn't cost you really any money. What I like about the warranty extension is it gives us access to an address. So typically we'll require an address when we do a warranty extension. So then we can send direct mail to those customers. We could send flyers. We can upload them into retargeting ads on Facebook. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can do with that address information. So here's an example. This one, do you like free stuff? Of course you do. We are offering a free 2-year warranty extension. No, seriously. If you go to the link below, we'll give you 2 years, worry-free, no questions asked replacement of your golf push cart if you have issues. There's a lot of customers for whatever reason that this is super compelling for, especially if you've got a product that's worth more than say $40. Most people will take you up on this thing. If you got like a $10 trinket, like who gives a crap if it breaks? But definitely if you've got a higher ticket product or a higher value product or a complex product like electronics, things like that, I think warranties can go a long way. And again, you can capture their information using this strategy. The next one is basically a lottery insert. This is probably the most sophisticated one that we do and requires a little bit of work on the funnel on the back end, but can be kind of a fun, compelling way to get customers to respond to your insert. So here's an example of how this looks on the front. We got our logo. It says enter for a chance to win Titleist Pro V1 golf balls. So if you're not a golfer, the Titleist Pro V1 balls are about $2 or $3 a pop. And they're probably the most coveted golf ball. They're known as the best golf ball out there. So if you're ever on the course and you like find one in the woods or something and you're like, oh crap, and you find a Pro V1, that's an awesome score. So most golfers will understand this. Certainly our customer archetype will understand this because they probably purchase these balls. So it basically says here, do you like free stuff? Of course you do. We are offering a 1 in 3 chance to win a sleeve of golf balls. No, seriously. If you go to the link below, you'll get a chance to win free golf balls, a 1 in 3 chance. And even if you don't win, you'll get a 25% off coupon. So again, we're playing on the customer archetype. We're doing a compelling offer. People like the gambling element of it, which makes it kind of fun. And at a minimum, they also get a coupon code at the end. And then flipping around to the back, this is where we actually have our email address. And then again, scan the QR code if they want to do it that way. So the lottery insert's fun, takes a little bit more sophistication, but we've seen pretty solid response rates on this one. Another way to do this, if you want to get even more sophisticated, is you could actually have these scratch and win kind of inserts here. So you could take a card, have it made in China, and then have a certain like probability of them have a discount code, have a certain probability be free golf balls, like whatever the case is. You can outline that with the supplier, and then you can have these shipped to your actual vendor and make sure that they include this in the product packaging. And again, these are super cheap, right? You can see they're like a cent a pop. So if we wanted to get like 1,000 of these produced, it would be super inexpensive. And it's an easy, compelling way to get customers to take action. Again, most people like those lottery ticket things. So it gives people that reason, right? Again, we just want to give them a reason to take action. The other cool thing about this is if we keep our language pretty vanilla here, Amazon's not going to scratch this out here. So it's another kind of protective layer if Amazon's ever auditing stuff. I think you've got kind of plausible deniability if you have some incented things here in the scratch off section. So those are all the inserts we use. Again, we're going to leave links down below to all of these Canva templates. Feel free to take any of the ones that make sense for your business. Change the colors, change the fonts, change the logo, make it your own, but they're ready-made, ready to rock and roll.